My name's Dave Rankin. I'm a parish minister in Perth. I want to think today about the question, why does God allow suffering? I'd want to start answering that question by saying, I don't think there is an answer. I'm not sure we always know. God doesn't always tell us why we are suffering or why others are suffering. In fact, the book of Job reminds us that God is God. He has his reasons, and we can question him, but we might not get the answer that we wanted. We might not ever know why this side of eternity, why we have suffered or why others have suffered. Suffering, I don't believe to be God's purpose for us. The Bible tells us this world is not how it should be. But in the brokenness and the damage of this world, we are certain at some point to experience suffering. And the Bible tells Christians to expect it, that they will suffer for the name of Jesus, that they will take up the cross with him and share in his sufferings. But in doing so, they will know him better. And so while we can't always know or often know why there is suffering, we are told that through it, God can use it for our good. Somehow, mysteriously, God can use it so that we are able to experience with Jesus a little of what he went through. There's a video somewhere in YouTube that has Tim Keller answering the question how he is a better preacher now as an older man than he was when he was younger. And his answer is not that his exegesis is any better. It's not that he reads the Bible better than he did all those years before. It's that he has suffered in between. And in that suffering, his faith has been deepened. He's built up endurance. And he's able to share not just with the Lord in his suffering, but he's able to share with others. The Apostle Paul talks about that. He said that they went through this terrible time where they'd rather have been dead. And yet God used it for the good of the Corinthians. I think that's another thing about suffering. While suffering is never good or pleasant, and you wouldn't wish it on yourself or anyone, it does allow you to minister to others. I always say in church that the areas that you have suffered or are suffering will be the foundation of your ministry to others. If you experience illness and depression, then you will likely develop compassion for those going through the same. Not so that you can explain it away, not so that you can tell people that it's going to be all right, but so that you can sit with them in solidarity, so that you can pray with them and wait for the Lord to act. It's not that we become experts in suffering. It's that we open our hearts to others. We grow to be humble. We grow in a depth of understanding and knowledge of our Lord. And we're able to then minister better. We're able to understand, to listen. My own experience of bouts of poor mental health completely changed me. I used to be the kind of person that would say, well, just pull yourself together and get on with it. But through times of illness myself, I've learned that sometimes you just can't. And yet in those times, as I look back through journals and things I wrote, reflections, I see that God was with me in a special way, and that I understood him better, that I understood darkness and the distance of God, forsakenness even, to be a legitimate part of the Christian walk. As I said, Jesus tells us that we will suffer with him if we are his followers. And yet, by the power of the Holy Spirit, by that resurrection power, even our suffering can be transformed so that we are more useful in the kingdom and so that we know the Lord better. And so even in suffering, we can learn to praise God, to wait for Him to lift us up, and to remember that there will come a day when we will have a story, a testimony, a life-changing sharing of the gospel because of what we've experienced and knowing God's faithfulness in it.